Hey, welcome to the MOONDOG38732 Show. And you guessed it, I'm MOONDOG38732. I am just going to stay here on this show and give y'all some stories of how I grew up. Now, some of the stuff may seem like it's unbelievable, but I'm telling you all, everything I'm telling y'all is the truth. So here we go. Next story. I'm going to call this the infamous band suit, or a band member gone bad. All right. So, being from the South, we stayed like right down the street from my grandmother's house, right? And my grandmother, she raised some of us. And I had a cousin from up north staying with us. Her brother was staying with us. And then myself and my brother, we would always go down there, right? And so this time, my cousin, she was in the band. She was cold with everything she did in the band. Her friends that she was in the band with, they was on point, right? So my cousin, because our high school, they always went on band trips. So my cousin told my grandmother that she had a band trip to go to. So she had her little bag with a little band suit and stuff, right? So she go outside, right? But my brother was watching her. She get her band suit bag and put it in a 55-gallon drum that we had outside. And she got her other clothes because she was going to spend some time with her boyfriend in a hotel. So my brother was around the corner, right? And he peeping all this out. So he come back after she leave, he come back in the house a few weeks later. Well, a few minutes later. And he got the bag around his back, right? I'm up in there watching TV with my grandmother. And he had said, Grandma, where cuz go? And then she was like, oh, she going on a band trip. He like, a band trip? I got her band suit right here, right? He opened it up and he showed it to my grandmama. And she was so hot. I've never seen her that hot before. Like, you could see her she was turning red. About 2 or 3 hours went by. We hear the screen door open, close, and we hear the big door open and close, right? My cousin come up in there smiling. My grandmother gets up to meet her after they come into the bedroom, right? And my grandmother say, so how was the band trip? And my cousin said, it was, before she could say wonderful, my grandmother, she was like 5'2", probably about 300 some pounds, right? She had those coin rings on and those cluster rings from back in the day. And she just started hitting my cousin in the chest. My cousin about 85, 90 pounds. She just started hitting in the chest. You a lie. You a lie. Why you lying to me? She was like, Grandma, she fall all on the floor. Grandma, I ain't lying. And then my grandmama pulled the doggone band suit out. And then my brother's at the door. He just smiling and laughing, right? And so Pete, and she was like, he got the suit right here, right? And so, man, my grandmother got my cousin about the floor. She was crying. She was like, why you lie to me? Why you lie to me? I did all this stuff for you, and you up here lying to me. And she was like, Grandma, I'm sorry, right? So my grandmother was still mad, right? So she had my cousin posted up, hitting her with all them body blows, them chest blows. And then my cousin, like, she was trying to fight back. Man, my grandmother got my cousin, threw her in the closet, got an ottoman, she closed the closet door, got an ottoman and put it in front of the closet and sat down there and told her to be quiet. And then my cousin like, I ain't gonna stay here. I'm going back up north to my mama. And my grandma was like, man, be quiet. You need to just be quiet. And my cousin like, I'm gonna call. That's they had the number for if you was abusing kids and call the number, right? My grandma was like, you gonna do what? She said, I'm gonna call the people on you. You up here abusing me. My grandma said, you gonna do what? My grandma moved the ottoman, opened up the door to the closet and just started whooping on my cousin again, right? So she just started hitting her, She closed the door again, put the ottoman back down and just sat in front of it like this. And then she just sat in front of it until my cousin was quiet. I'm like, oh man, she done killed her. So she pulled her ottoman back, opened up the door, and my cousin just in there, man, she was looking so sad. And I learned, at a young age, man, do not lie to my grandmother. And that really happened. The end.